guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Admiral Pegasus, and on today's show, as you can see, yes, Q2 has arrived. We've got new officers in the form of the Explorer Retaliatory Squad, which is basically carbon copies of the Interceptor ones that we got last month. We've got a new ship coming up, which there will be a segment on that new ship via the patch notes that was released at the time. But we're going to add that to the end of this video. So obviously, I'm just going to go through the patch notes today, and then we'll go through the new ship later on. And to be perfectly honest, there's not much more. But apparently, there's a load of quality of life improvements. I've had a quick skim of this, just to see what there is. But let's jump into it and see what we've got. So we've got some new updates. As I said, off the bat then, you've got new quality of life updates. You've got a new daily, weekly, monthly event system. There's a new event coming out. I was just briefly watching some of DJ's video, and he mentioned something about a video when it comes to officer sourcing a heroic SMS. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. You got new ship, new chaos technology, officers, new field repair kits for the Borg cube, some new projectiles, missions, cosmetics, and the legacy reel, and more. So jumping straight in then, obviously quality of life improvements. Obviously Scopely are aiming to try and make our lives a little bit better. Adding this new loop in what they're doing this month. Yeah, they really do need to, because it is ridiculous about how much there is actually in the game. I was just sat contemplating my enlightenment the other day, and just, it's like, how does anybody with a busy life really be able to do anything? Now, yeah, there is FOMO, let's mention that, but there's a lot of old content in the game that's still relevant today. We need faster ways of doing it. Say like the Voyager, the Monophene. Luckily, they've been added to the new independent archives from last month. But what we're going to get added this month, I really do not know if they're actually going to add anything. But we'll have a look. So here we go for the quality of life improvements. Then, as you can see, faction store bundle claiming. So streamlining the process for 3,000 bundles. Single purchase bundles now feature a flyout animation with multiple purchase options. No longer show a reward screen after claiming, reducing the number of clicks. So basically, once you've clicked it, boom, you've got it. There's no going to be those big screens saying, you've just won this, you've just claimed this. It's just going to be click, claim, yeah, fine, off, next one, next, you know. So how we like to usually see our supermarkets, get us through quickly so we can actually get off. Loading times. Obviously, we do have a problem with loading time screens as well. Obviously, they are trying to sort this out by reducing it by half, allowing you to navigate between the different menus and bundles more quickly. The following menus have been affected, so here's a list of menus. So that should be interesting for you. Yeah. Refinery interface, obviously. Enhancements. After mastering the loops and independent archives, refinery tabs will no longer no remaining bundles will now be hidden, decluttering your interface and improving the navigation. This makes a lot of sense, because they should be taking them out of those particular bundles. I have noticed for the likes of the Botany Bay, the Augment store is completely cleared unless you've got any of the missions or avatars left in there. I've still got an avatar left in there, so there's that. When it comes to the refinery, I've done the normal Vidar, which means that antique refinery has actually disappeared, because that's now in my bundle. So I'm guessing what's left here wasn't actually done. But the board tech, obviously, for the Vidar, as it clearly states here, will be removed after you've mastered the Talios, which you can't do until Ops 58, because that's when you can actually take it to tier 12. So a bit boring on that one, but hey, there it is. So here's the new thing for the daily, weekly, monthly event schedule. Starting tomorrow, as a day of recording, Starfleet Command is updating the event schedule to provide a more consistent and rewarding experience for all commanders. The full outline of changes can be found here. So let's have a quick look at this one, what they're actually doing. So overview of the changes basically then is revamping the event schedule to ensure a more streamlined engagement for all players. The update includes a refactor of daily events, introduce the new solo leaderboards, Pinnacle of Power events, obviously that's for G5 level 51 and above, so G5 and above. and enhanced weekly event program. So something tells me this is going to be like, we're going to get a few more buckets now. Monthly events ahead of the curve, solo milestones, objective, progress through various events to bolster your crew, gather resources, and achieve milestones throughout the month. So this sounds like the new events where I briefly mentioned what I caught DJ talking about. I wasn't fully listening because I was focused on this computer loading up at the time. But basically just allowing you to do the events through the month but not lose your progression and something like that. So we'll have to see how that works. Daily events, which have become more apparent for me now, more useful to me now I've actually gone into G5. How long that will last is another story. But as you can see, the previous 6 12-hour schedules over 11-day period will be restructured. The daily event milestones will now occur in 12-hour blocks, starting event reset and daily reset. So for me, event reset is 5 PM in the evening. That's when most of us notice the events take place, and then the daily goal reset is usually around 4 AM for me. So that no, it'd be 5 AM, wouldn't it? Because it's a 12-hour rolling over. Obviously, depending on where you are on the planet, it will depend on where they go, because they are literally solid events. Obviously, these are going to be repeated on a 4-day rotation for better consistency, which is actually going to be more beneficial. Okay, so here's the 12-hour solo milestones as they're going to lay out there. So you've got the limited time research upgrade, duration 12 hours, scheduled for 1 day and day 3. So there you go, it's event reset and daily reset. Objective, conduct research in your R&D to increase your power. I mean, you can see all this. I mean, why they've actually put numbers on it, I don't know, but hey ho. Next one's your limited time station upgrade as well. So again, this is going to be 12-hour. And this is going to operate on the same days as the limited research, but it's going to be in the opposite order. And obviously you can see what there is there. Limited time, again, this is going to operate on days 2 and 4. Again, quite there. And then limited time officer as well, operating on the same days, but on the opposite rotation. So you're going to know for a fact that you're going to have these. So basically then, if we actually look at it, say going on the event reset, so on day 1 you're going to have the limited, so you're going to have this one, and then on day 2 you'll have ship upgrade, day 3 you'll have the station upgrade, and then day 4 you'll have the officer. So that's all at event reset. So for me, that's 5 PM, or that is 5 PM UTC in the game, because the UK, for some reason, I don't know why it's centered on the UK when Scopely is actually in Los Angeles. Event reset, UTC time is set based on UK time, so that's actually quite nice. Event schedule for those in the lower ops range for 5 to 19. Obviously, you're going to find you're going to have these particular ones as well, operating in the same kind of pattern. So pretty much is exactly what I've just said from up above. 12-hour solo milestones. So here we go. So we've got some new ones. Limited time fleet commander upgrade. So this is a new event because I've not seen this one yet. But again, that's going to operate on days 1 and 3, along with limited time building and research upgrade. So that's going to be basically spending materials. So yeah, thanks for that one, Scopely. Days 2 and 4 is going to be limited time ship upgrade, and then limited time artifact hunt. So we've got a couple of new events in here, which is going to be nice for us, give us something new to do. And then obviously for Ops 20 plus, here is your turnout. New 24-hour SLBs for Ops 20 and above. These will be added on to a daily rotation. Limited time artifact SLB is starting, available at Ops 26, and obviously when we get to that one, you've got to be Ops 26. These are going to run for 24 hours, so that's going to give you plenty of time to partake in these and really go for it. So the rewards best be good, but it's nice the fact they are actually finally giving these daily events some love. So you've got limited time artifact event, which is just mentioned, is going to be 26 and above. Limited time fleet commander event, limited time ship upgrade, and limited time building upgrade. So I would probably say if you can try and you can see what days they're going to run. Just work out where they're going to fit in with the 12-hour ones as well. So you've got the chance to do the SMS and contribute to the SLB at the same time. So, I mean, if we actually take a look at, say, let's have a look at the ship upgrade. So that's going to operate on day 3 and event reset. So if we go back up to here to ship reset, ship upgrade, there you go. Unfortunately, that's not going to coincide. Artifact 1, I believe, was started on day 1. Yep, day 1. Well, guess what? Unfortunately, it's on days 2 and 4. So, unfortunately, there's going to be no synergy with this, which is a real pain in the ass. It would have been nice if there was a little bit of synergy with this, so you could actually do the SMS on the same day as the SLB. So, but it is what it is. So the Pinnacle Power event, this is for Ops. Oh, this is now going to start at level 20. So they're actually now going to give Pinnacle Power for the lower level players, which is going to be great because you do get some, well, we get the intelligence in G5 and G6. So I wonder what they're going to give for the 20 to 39, 20 to 4, 20 to 50 range. I will get it right in a minute. I've got an ear bunged up as well, so that's not helping me. So you got Hostile Hunt, which again is just a one-day event, going out killing hostiles around the galaxy, and mining, basically just going out mining materials to your relevant grade. So they're going to alternate, as G5, G6 players are well aware, they alternate every single day. So you get mining one day, Hostile Hunt the other. So they are worth doing. What reward you're going to get for G2, 3, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see on that one. Weekly events obviously coming up as well. So ahead of the curve, it's a solo milestone bringing in, and these are going to have. Oh, looks like we're actually going to be having some of different events every day. So let's have a look at this one. Revamping, complete box your cruise and gather resources, help you. Okay, with the monthly meta event. Okay. So we're going to have a monthly event called Ahead of the Curve, and basically what it means is you've got to participate in these particular events on the weekly basis. So the first one then is going to be your Latinum Rush, which is Ferengi Monday. Obviously going out mining Latinum materials resources across the galaxy. We all know how that works. Tuesday, Tech Tuesday. Ops 20 to 70, engage in trials and spend trial bells. So now this actually gives you a chance to, instead of just doing them daily, if you have an excess of bells, which is what I've got, you just go out and spend bells and do the trials on that day. And also it's going to include a Forbidden Tech SLB as well for ranges 19 to 70, basically upgrading the tech and spending reactors, protomatter and tier up catalyst to score. Wednesday is going to see a new event coming in, Final Weapon Wednesday, which is two SMSs, 23 to 70, use strategic directives, spending FKR directives or Xindi Final Weapon directives. So basically Armada Wednesday, and then Xindeep, which is going to focus on defeating the aquatics and the reptilian hostiles. So maybe saving those up. Obviously, that's for levels 40 and 70. But saving up those warp tokens for the Wednesday, going in and defeating the aquatics. Or you could just generally go out and defeat the reptilians any day of the week. Or on the Wednesday. Really putting some points on that one. Cube Thursday. So this is now bringing in the Borg Cube. Oh, hang on. Thursday was always our Stellar Thursday, so I wonder what's happening with that one. Cut them down there. So 20 to 70, destroy hostiles with bonuses, earn points by using the Borg Cube or its cutting beam. So basically you can go out and destroy hostiles with normal ships if you want, but you're going to gain some bonus points by using the Borg Cube and or its cutting beam. That's for 20 to 70. Next one, Distinction Extinction, SLB, 20 to 28 levels. Obtaining technological distinctiveness. Now, we know we all gain that by actually using the cutting beam, so that's pretty nice there. Earning points by collecting this resource from the hostiles. Voyager Friday is coming up. Is another new event, SMS for levels 20 to 99. The only building we have that goes to 99 is the mess hall. Everything else stops at 70. So, but anyway, explore and engage in, destroy Herodian hostiles, or using your astrometric scan. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out on Friday. Saturday's Cosmic Cleanup, we all know how that works. Level 70 and 70, just basically upgrade your fleet or destroying hostiles. And then Sunday, you're going to have the Protector and Swarm Sunday. Threat from beyond the Heroic, 35 to 44. So literally, if you are above Ops 44, forget it, you're not going to be worried about this one. Defeat Swarm Clusters, yay. Threat from beyond SMS, 18 to 44. Continue battling the Swarm, yay. But for those of you who are 45 at 70, you're going into the Mirror Universe now. So now we actually have something to do on a Sunday, instead of sitting there twiddling our thumbs thinking, Swarm Sunday really doesn't do anything for us anymore. So now we get to actually go out and kill hostiles. Tailored changes. These are significant changes to the event schedule designed to prove more engaging and rewarding experience with clear schedules, objectives tailored for the different operation levels of interest, but yeah, blah blah blah. So what I'm going to make sure is this one is copied and pinned into my Discord. So if you do want to join my Discord, by all means do come along and join the Discord. The link will be in the description below. But anyway, let's jump back to this. So yes, fine, we'll accept the cookies. So so that's that one there. So that's the improvements for the new event schedule, which sounds like it's going to be good. Finally, they've actually taken the time. Now let's make sure the rewards actually match as well. So new ship, as I said, I'm going to literally cover this one after we've been through the event. After we've been through all this, but basically it's going to be a new ship. You're going to need to destroy new solo armadas, go into the zigzag space where you're going to find them, destroy the hostiles, build this ship, scrap it to upgrade it. This is a Stellar 2.0. Yes, it's a Stellar 2.0. So here's a natural loop here, so starting here, but again we'll cover that in a little bit later. So new tech then, so you got the trilithium missile then of Sovereigns from Viridian 3. Increasing Apex barrier by 6,000 and reduces opponents' weapon shots by 25%. So that's going to be an interesting weapon as well. And it's got a defense enhancement of boosting shield health by 800%. So this is obviously one of your new Chaos techs. So that's going to be interesting. Aaron Execution Post. If I remember correctly, actually, this is from Star Trek Voyager. Grants up to 85% chance to inflict burning for 2 rounds against hostiles and armadas. Increasing Apex Isomatters from the Gorn by 100,000%. That's a significant boost. That's got to be top level. That's got to be top level. I mean, this 800% is also got to be top level. I can't see that being straight out the gate, especially when you've got to upgrade them. And then damage amplification, increasing isolytic damage of the Gorn Eviscerator against Gorn hostiles by 10,000%. Next one is a unimetric shielding. Yeah, I've never actually seen this, but we do know where the unimetric shield is. That's in the unimetric 01. Reduces opponent's isolytic cascade by up to 30% for 2 rounds. So they're actually, oh yeah, they are putting the words up to, so that is definitely the top level. I should have noticed that. So if you did put that in the comments, quick, take it out before I see it. Isolytic defense is then increasing the isolytic defense by up to 200%, and offensive capability enhancing base weapon damage by up to 900% when it's active. Okay, multiphasic stasis chamber then. This is the little chamber from the Equinox, capturing those multiphasic creatures just to enhance their warp drive, and it's reflected here. Extends warp distance by 30 and increases warp speed by up to 500%. So warp distance, really 30? That's not an awful lot for high level players. It really isn't. That's a drop in the water. But for lower level players, if you were actually, to be honest, I don't think you gain access to this before Ops 40. So yeah, but hello. We'll see what happens with that. So next up is going to be the officers. As mentioned, it's the Explorer Retaliatory Squad. So your epic this month is going to be Soren. Again, these are carbon copies from last month, so not just going to literally mention who they are and the abilities as usual. So time is the fire in which we burn. And if you do remember that quote, that was what Soren said to Picard in 10 Forward on the Enterprise before he went back to Amagosa, the Amagosa Observatory, to kidnap Geordi and scare the living jeepers out of Data. But he applies burning to targets at the start of each round. Toothless Predator, again, this is another one that was said to Picard down on Viridian 3, but increasing Apex barrier up to 16,000 for 5 rounds against burning explorers. Next one is not the Andromeda Ascendant robot Romy. This is just an Elorian. So flaming shots, again boosting isolated defense for 3 rounds against burning players, and active listening increases Apex barrier for 1 round against hull breach. And then you've got Miss Q herself, Q's wife, an old flame, isolated cascade for 3 rounds against burning players, remodulated shields, increasing Apex barrier with morale active. And obviously we get a promo code as well. It's not mentioned here what the promo code is, so you're just going to have to watch out for that one, watch out for any announcements. So new enhancements then, the Borg Cube field repair ability, basically increasing instant repair 25% of your Borg Cube's hull health while it's undocked. Sleigh Bells is a new projectile defense boost, increasing isolated defense by 5%. Woohoo! And then Countdown Cannon, mitigation boost, enhanced mitigation stats by 20%. So little boost there, nothing big. But yeah, again, they're all going to be paywalled out there, so yeah. More missions coming, as you can see here. We've got this one, and we've got the Super Highways missions. So for level 42 and above. So I'm guessing this is there's going to be some new highways added. We'll see this in the update when you finally update your game. So please do not forget to update your game via your client. Legacy Reel, don't miss out on the Legacy Reel. This is your personalized reel. This will be sent directly to your email, showcasing your journey over the past year, so watch out for that one. And then there's a list of bug fixes and everything else. So that's the patch notes. Yeah, okay, seems interesting, but yeah, I'm at least they're not bringing too much in. But the big thing that they are bringing in is going to be the new Reverence. So let's jump in and see what we got here. So what is the ship? Well, it's a new ship specializing against combating the new simulated Elorian hostiles and the new Armada that's also going to be brought in. It's a 15 tier ship. It is an interceptor, so watch out for your interceptors. It's available from Shipyard 42, as you can see just down the bottom here, and it's also going to be helping you with a great source of materials, resources, and some Chaos Tech materials as well. When it comes to the Sigma though, it will be, in terms of the materials, it would be just the common and uncommon, whereas G4 and 5 is going to be anything up to the rare materials. I think there's going to be some epic in it, but I'm not 100% sure. Building it, obviously, as I say, you need to be Shipyard 42. Sourcing, not a bloody clue, because it doesn't actually tell you. Now, it's got a passive abilities here, Laid to Rest, increasing base damage by up to 80 million% when facing the simulated Elorians, whether they are Armada or non-Armada threats. So the Armadas are going to be Borg base. There is a picture of one further down, which we'll show you in a moment. Phantom's Tithe then enhances the acquisition of Chaos Module resources by 500%. So that's the loot that the assimilated Elorian hostiles drop. Remember, it's actually quite low. You're looking at more particularly the mega chest to actually get the loot that you need. I need to destroy 10 level 48s just to get a single chest pull every day. But this increasing by 500% should make that a little bit easier to do. Collective's Bane then disables the cutting beam weapon of the Borg Solo Armada and the Borg Group Armada, which is what you're going to find in the new space. The Revenant is also tailor-made to traverse the diverse and challenging hostiles found in continuous space, whether you're strategizing to take down high-level armadas or securing valuable resources. This ship will be your go-to to achieve dominance and ensure an everlasting expanding frontiers. So here is the loop then. Yeah, we figured out last time I tried this, I couldn't get it to expand. So you're going to basically start here, pilot the Revenant and destroy the Solo Armadas. And remember, you can only attack them with one ship. We've not actually got to that bit in the thing yet, but we'll get there. Then obviously you're going to go claim it for resources, materials by spending the credits, and some particles for new research, because there is going to be some new research with this. You're also going to upgrade your ship, go after the hostiles more, and yeah, there's 4 different levels of it. I'm trying to really think what to say for this, but it is a simple loop. It is a simple loop, but yeah, understanding the engagement is crucial to maximize your rewards. First and foremost, begin in Nova Kron. It doesn't matter how powerful you are almost certain be unable. You will almost certainly be unable to defeat the Solo Armada of any higher level than 42 with a brand new ship until it has been ranked up. So again, you're going to have to start lower than where you want to be at a low tier. Obviously, spenders are going to come in. They're going to beat the big, get this thing upgraded quite quickly, and then go after the big Solo Armadas and Group Armadas. When it comes to the bigger Armadas, I'd probably recommend, if you've got a higher level player who has a high level Revenant, probably use them to help you in the Group Armadas as well. Let them take the brunt of the damage. Or if you got the Vindicator, by me send it along. At least get some loot out of it when it comes to the Group Armadas. In order to defeat the high level Solo Armadas, you will need to build your Revenant up, so you can also you'll also need to evolve it by scrapping it, and this is where the Stella 2.0 comes in. For those of you who do remember the Stella, it was a long time ago it came out. We had to basically build it, scrap it, build it, scrap it, build it, scrap it, build it, scrap it. You know, that's literally how we did it, just to get the research done. So, but we also had to defeat Group Armadas as part of it. So it would be nice if they actually add the Stellar Loop to the Independent Archives this month. Ready for this. So the Solo Armadas then. Obtain the directives for these in the Continuum Refinery. So you'll need to go back there. And then you go out, destroy the Solo Armadas. It's a single slot Armada, so you'll only need one ship. How long it'll take you to obtain this ship, I do not know at the time of recording, because obviously today is Arcfall, but we'll see what happens when we get there. It does say ideally with a Revenant, so obviously see how high you can go with your best ship. That's what I would recommend. Armada crews are your go-to with these as well, so probably your best Armada crew would be more beneficial. Or maybe make sure 5 of 11 is on that ship as well, so you've got, we'll talk about officers a little bit later after this one. And then obviously you're going to acquire the credits, so then you'll take them to your Alliance store, where you'll then exchange them in for the loot chests, which is going to give you some parts for the ship, some particles for the new research, some fabrication chips obviously for the ship, and large amounts of resources and materials. Rewards so these are your rewards. I'm not going to go through them. You can clearly see there on the screen what it is. Note there are 3 evolutions of the Solo Armadas, the 0.0, 0.1 and 0.2, but you will need to advance your Revenant to take them down. Now this is a Group Armada. Again, it's the exact same path that what I've just gone through. Get the directives from the Continuum Refinery. What drop rate they are going to be, I do not know. We'll have to wait and see. And what they're going to cost you, again, I don't know until we actually see. But that's something you could really look at. And then again, you just follow it through. You work with your group. Like I say, you can use the tactic of getting a higher level player to start it. Maybe get a lower level player to actually start the Armada and have a high level player who could be there to help destroy the thing. There is going to be 3 levels of this. Again, a 0.0, 0.1 and a 0.2. Ideally, bring your Reverend to do it, but if you don't have the Reverend, whatever ship that you can. But yeah, that's it. Then obviously you've got the non-Armada hostiles, which is the assimilated Elorian ships. So obviously the damage with this ship is going to be drastically increased, but we don't know by how much yet. Chaos module acquisition as well starts at 500% and will max out at 20,000%. So that's an extremely large amount of Chaos modules you are going to get. Obviously this will help you where to use the Chaos modules. Chaos Tech standard Chaos Tech Shard Exchange, which is coming to help you get the shards for the Fort Maker, the Loot, the Temple Conductor and the Q Cannon. And then also you've got all the materials as well, so check out the Q Continuum Refinery. I've got a funny feeling that's going to receive a massive boost. So here's your 3 evolutions. As you can see, the ship is going to change every single time, whereas the Stellar never changed. It was the same ship every single time you scrapped it and rebuilt it. No, this is actually going to change its look. As you can see, just going from 1 to 2, the wings have got this little thing protruding underneath, and its front teeth are a little bit thicker. Evolution 3, the handle at the back appears to be a little bit more pronounced than it did in 2, which was added because it wasn't in 1, but the wings are also getting a bit beefier as well. And then Tier 4 sees more beefier wings with a blue engine, the boost side section, what we know on a Federation starship anyway, and an extra problem on the wings, and these also look a lot heavier armed. So that's going to be interesting. So you've got your common, uncommon, rare and epic versions. So here's your evolutions then. Every time you scrap it, here's when to scrap it. As you can see, the first one is going to be tier 5, level 25. Don't stop at 21. You can do 21 if you want, but I would always say go to the highest tier, because you don't know what the scrap is going to be like between 21 and 25. Now, if it's the same, it don't make odds or sorts. So I'm going to throw that in there. If it's the exact same rewards between 21 and 25, fine, scrap it at 21. If it's not, go 25. Always go for that, because with the Stellar, you always had to max the level out. You always had to max it out, because every level was a different set of rewards, and they would always get better and better with each level. So bear that in mind. So once you get to tier 5, then we'll say level 21, scrap the ship, and then you'll see the gift bundle key, which you'll then go to the Continuum Refinery to then get the rewards as laid out here as well. So increasing your shots by 10 against the Armadas and the group Armadas, cost efficiency for the ship itself by 500%, and also upgrades the refinery bundles if you are Ops 51 or higher. So that's going to be a benefit for me. Huge amounts of G4, G5 materials, including epic refined materials, which is what I need right now for my Voyager and my Monavide. So that's really going to help. But again, I'm going to throw this out there again. Sourcing of the ship is going to be, what is it? We don't know. And then obviously acquire more materials over 10 days with the fabricated chips and some more Nexus particles. So Evolution 2 though, when you go to the rare section, is tier 10. Again, 46 to 50. I would recommend go to the 50, but again, if the rewards are the same as from 46 to 50, do it at 46. And you're basically going to be following the same pattern. But rewards for Evolution 2 then, the Mark 3, increasing Apex barrier by 40,000 against the new Armadas, and cost efficiency by 5,500. And again, increase also upgrade your refinery bundles when you're Ops 61 or higher. Huge amounts of G5 and G6 materials, including epic refined materials. And also you're going to get some new ionized Nexus particles as well for high levels of research. Then the final level, Evolution 3 Mark 4. Again, tier 14, so this is going to be pretty much the last level you're going to get before tier 15. 71 to 75. But on this one, you're going to get a cost efficiency basically of 42,000 and upgraded bundles, G5, G6 materials, and again some more particles and chips as well. So what research we're going to have? We're going to have some powerful researches. This is all going to be focused on efficiency. So here's a bunch of research there is. I'm not going to read through it all. But as you can see, there's going to be warp speed increase, there's going to be Armada credit drops, warp range for the Revenant, cost efficiencies for your materials and your resources, construction speed, research speed. So there's a lot of efficiency in here. But remember, all these are also saying up to. So they're going to start smaller and then work their way up. But with the exception of the bottom, when it tells you that the Revenant's warp range starts at 90, will finish at 270. So, not particularly high, but hey-ho. So, assembly crews then. So, I mentioned that against these Armadas, you will want your Armada crew. So, you got Chakotay here going with Janeway and O'Brien, or Dalash Talora if you've got that one. I've only got O'Brien, so Janeway, Chakotay. So, Chakotay, Janeway, O'Brien for me. Or Cisco, O'Brien, and Bashir would be another go-to one. Again, you can add in 5 of 11 if you want for the loot. What's this? Avoid regular hostile crews. Regular hostile crews may not offer necessary buffs for the Armada engagement. So you may, by the looks of this, you really do need to focus on the Armada buffs realistically. But again, like I say, you might want to think about the loot if the loot officers actually work. But maybe just 5 of 11 in place of, say, like Bashir or with the Chakotay one. Really, I cannot see a way around that one, how to add 5 of 11 in. But I do believe that there is a below deck officer who increases loot. So if you can find that one, I would probably recommend putting them below deck. I know there is one. I just can't remember who it is. Oh, the Doctor for one. So maybe put in the Doctor from the Voyager crew. But also these obviously below deck officers will also be a great help for you as well. So avoiding the pitfalls then, because obviously this is what, when we had the scrapping system, a lot of players were actually missing out when it came to the scrapping of these things because they were scrapping at the wrong level. And the number of times we had to tell them, no, max it, go as high as you can, get it as high a level as you can before you scrap it. Get the maximum amount of rewards. Don't just get to that level and go, get to that tier and go, oh, I've got to scrap it now, because you're not getting the benefit. So here, level 25. This is obviously for the first one, tier 5, level 25. So I'm guessing this is not completely always, but some nice little ship XP there. What's this? Revenant Mark 2. There's your gift key, and there's some parts for your ship as well. And that's the whole scan, which will give you a fresh new ship to build. So basically, they're still bringing that back in, where once you've scrapped it, you're going to need a token to get the blueprints, the full amount of blueprints, just to rebuild it. So here's your tiers then, as you can see. Obviously, it is giving you the level range, so the more I'm thinking about it, the more, yes, anywhere within that range will be fine. But this is Scopely. Not leveling up after tiering up. Failing to level up the ship after tiering will prevent you seeing the appropriate scrap rewards. So if you go tier 5 and leave it level 20, it's no use, because you're not going to see these rewards. You're going to see a lower level of rewards. So make sure you at least hit level 21, 46 or 71 every time you hit these tiers, just to make sure you're getting the right rewards. But again, I'm just going to keep going to the max level just to actually see what I'm actually going to get, if I can actually get this ship quickly. Forgetting to claim the evolution bundles and refits, so make sure you go in and collect. You spend this key in the continual refinery at all times. So these are your new Armadas. So as you got here, it's listed as the Solo Armada. This is the Borg ship from Descent Parts 1 and 2. Joined Star Trek The Next Generation. It was the Season 6 finale and Season 7 opener, where Lore had been found by the Borg, who were hopelessly confused because Hugh in an earlier season went back with a program downloaded into him which was designed to destroy the Borg. And as you can see, there's only the one ship here. It's the Reverend from the LOL Alliance going after this thing. It is a single slot Armada, so just bear that in mind. The group Armadas are available again, but I mean, why they've added this bit in about the different Armadas. So you got regular solo Armadas like your Dominion, your Borg, and your automatic shipyards, up to 3 ships, standard mechanics. Solo boss Armadas, which are, let me think, these 10 round limit ones. Oh, crikey hell. I can't remember where they are. Literally. Armada buffs do not work. Oh yeah, that's it. It's the oh yeah, a lot of you screaming at me. In that bloody Cirrus invasion, which happens on a Tuesday. I wonder if that's still going to be running. The invasion Tuesday. That's it, in there. And then obviously you got these solo Armada, single slot, no round limit. Armada buffs do work. Strategic planning. Plan your upgrades, map out your ship's progression, blah blah blah, and make sure you use refinery. So that's the new ship. Now, my personal opinion is, seriously, another bloody loop, another stellar loop. I've not long maxed out my outlaw tree. I don't do the stellar whatsoever. I don't, to be honest, I barely do stellar Thursday. Literally, I barely do it. So maybe this is going to get me some engagement, but again, I'd like to see that stellar in the archives. Get rid of that Thursday event and put it in the archives. But yeah, sourcing for this ship is going to be the big one. How are we going to source it? Is it going to be a gift on day one? I don't think so. I think a lot of us who are not prepared to spend $100 are just going to have to wait, and we're just going to have to basically use what ships we can and go after the level 42s. So it is going to, I think, to begin with, this month is going to be those who are prepared to spend the money, who are going to get to play with this and partake in the loop. For the free-to-play players, sadly, we're going to have to wait and see what source is going to be like. Hopefully, it's not going to be crap. But anyway, I've prattled on long enough. So that's the patch notes. That's the new ship, both in one video. Hey, look at me. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below about this ship. If you did like this video, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Share out with your Alliance members and your server. But until then, I'm Admiral Pegasus. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, live long and prosper. And I shall catch you on the next video. Goodbye.